Fans, it's time for tonight's Starting 11 presented by AutoZone. First up for the visiting Hartford Athletic. In goal number 1, Richard Sanchez. Defender and team captain number 50, Niall Logue. Defender number 28, Connor McGlynn. Defender number 14, Ashkanoff Apollon. Defender number 72, Edgardo Rito. Midfielder number 6, Beverly Mankangila. Midfielder number 77, Andre Lewis. Midfielder number 21, Kembo Kibato. Forward number 29, Antoine Hopino. Forward number 7, Prince Sadie. And forward number 9, Elvis Amo. And now, fans, the starting 11 for your Memphis 901 FC. In goal, number 1, Drew Romig. Defender number 37, Aiden McFadden. Defender number 3, defender number 14, Akeem Ward. Midfielder number 7, Bruno Lapa. Midfielder number 18, Jeremy Kelly. Midfielder number 9, Luis Fernando. Forward number 10, Rodrigo da Costa. Forward number 20, Knight Pickering. And the captain of your 901 FC, midfielder number 6, Aaron Malloy. The head coach of your 901 FC is Stephen Glass. Tonight's starting 11s are presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone.
Memphis 901 FC wants nothing more than a home playoff match at AutoZone Park, but they need to move up the table, and they can do that tonight. All they need is a win on home ground against Hartford Athletic. The drive to the playoff continues. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the excitement of USL Championship soccer from AutoZone Park in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. It is the second and final regular season meeting between Memphis 901 FC and Hartford Athletic. Memphis 901 FC standing 5th in the Eastern Conference table. Top 4 places get you a home playoff match, which is what they seek. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Pete Pranica. He's Tim Van Horn. The stretch drive is upon us. Memphis really needing to seek goals. They will be in all-out attack form tonight.
And they have to be. Hartford with 16 points on the season. Memphis had an early season unbeaten run that was basically the equivalent of their entire point total for Hartford, but that doesn't matter tonight. It's 3 points, and that's all that matters for Memphis. They have to be in attack mode if they want to, as you mentioned in the open, cement a better chance to be at home in the playoffs.
Hartford has struggled on both ends of the pitch, minus 27 goal differential. Prince Sadie is one of their more reliable scoring options.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's got 5 goals, 3 assists on the season. He's second all-time in the club's history in assists. He can dish them out, but he can also drive the ball home as well for Hartford. And last week, Monterey Bay was in. They set a template of playing some tough defense, and if they have an opportunity, Prince Sadie is one of the guys that may have one of those few but effective opportunities. Memphis will have to be very aware.
Memphis was shut out in their last match. Luis Fernando, dynamic scorer, MLS experience with Atlanta United, brings a real offensive mindset to this club.
Yes, and he has bagged some goals again this year, a consistent performer, and not only the goals, but also the movement he creates opportunities for others off the ball as well, and a good night from him will equal a good night for Memphis.
Well, talking with the Memphis coaching staff, they're talking about ball movement and player movement to try to unlock a defense from Hartford Athletic Athletic that will certainly sit back in the box. When we come back, the starting 11s and the kickoff from downtown Memphis. Memphis 901 FC Soccer is next.
First South has the best rates in town on CDs and IRAs. Guaranteed. In fact, if your local bank has a better rate, we'll beat it. When you open a CD or IRA with us, you'll also be banking with one of the strongest institutions in the nation. Now is the time to invest in your future. Stop by any of our banking centers or visit firstsouth.com to get started and experience how we're leading the way with strength, stability, and service. First South Financial. Banking with friends since 1957.
Bad Boy Mowers. Born here, raised here, tested here, and proven here. With advanced engineering and power, a groundbreaking 3-link suspension, and personalized settings built for here, the fields, front lawns, and backyards of America. Bad Boy. Mow with an attitude.
At Junk Luggers, our commitment to donating and recycling is a founding principle. We're a locally owned business, striving to keep all reusable items out of landfills by 2025. While quality customer service, respectful team members, and competitive pricing are all industry standards, we stand out by donating and recycling whenever possible.
Consumer investigator Andy Wise here. I'm talking with longtime customers about why they love the Shot Nurse. What do you love about the Shot Nurse?
Because of my work, I have to get a lot of vaccines for travel, and the Shot Nurse always has everything I need, and I don't need an appointment. I love it.
For efficient wellness and immunization services, the Shot Nurse is your wise choice.
Solutions you need with the personal touch. The Shot Nurse.
Memphis 901 FC wrapping up a 3-match homestand, hoping for a yield of 6 points in the 3 matches. They started the homestand with a thrilling 3-2 victory over the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Let's get the starting 11s presented by AutoZone. It'll be Richard Sanchez in goal. We talked about Prince Sadie up top. Antoine Opino, formerly of Detroit City, is up top. And also look out for Elvis Amo, team-high 42 shots from him. And an old friend, Niall Logue, on the back line. Of course, Niall Logue playing previously for 901 FC. Let's take a look at Memphis's lineup tonight. And Carson Vom Steeg is in the starting lineup tonight. And I think it's notable that Nita Pickering is getting a start up top along with Rodrigo da Costa. Pickering is making just his 9th start of the season. But certainly he is a dynamic goal scorer as you look at Stephen Glass, the manager for 901 FC. Our managers presented by XMC. Stephen Glass in his first season here in Memphis. Omid Namazi is now the manager for Hartford Athletic. Tab Ramos was dismissed halfway through the season. It has been a very difficult season for Hartford Athletic, Tim. 4-19-4, only 16 points for the season. They have conceded a league-high 60 goals. Which on the surface seems to be the perfect tonic for a Memphis club that has really struggled to put the ball in the back of the net. That long ball intended for Pickering, run down by Niall Logue. And Pickering going to force Niall Logue to concede a throw into Memphis deep in Hartford Athletic territory.
Not the first time that they've chased one another. Usually it was on the training ground, but this time it's in a full-fledged match, and you mentioned 3 points. That's part of what could be a very good puzzle for 901 FC. If everything falls into place, this could be a really productive, terrific night in the playoff push.
Fernando Lapa sends it into the area. DaCosta chasing. Logue clears for Hartford Athletic, and that'll be out for a Hartford throw-in. Here's how Memphis can clinch a playoff berth. They can do it tonight. They would need a win. They would also need some help. Tulsa would have to lose their match tonight, and Miami a loss or draw as they play Pittsburgh. That match is 18 minutes in, and it is scoreless. Tulsa is on the road. They are at Oakland Roots, so we won't have that result by the time this match ends up. So, but really the job for Memphis 901 FC is just getting 3 points and getting their offensive game back in form. Kembo Cabato sends it to the near side to Sadie, and they'll recycle to the back line. This is Connor McGlynn. Hartford Athletic, they were supposed to play Rio Grande Valley last weekend. The match got into the 9th minute, then thunderstorms intervened. They delayed for 3 hours and then decided to abandon the match, and they will restart that match in the month of October.
Well, Pete, I'm not a meteorologist, but I did play one on TV for 15 years, and I can tell you, that ain't happening tonight, brother.
No.
It's beautiful tonight in Memphis.
It is a beautiful night for soccer or for pretty much anything. Temperatures today in the mid-80s, plenty of sunshine. Fernando trying to connect with DaCosta, but it's intercepted. And here comes Cabato. Great ball played ahead to Rito. And this is dangerous, and it is a goal and an opener for Hartford Athletic, but they're going to wave it off for offside. Hartford getting numbers forward, but the flag goes up. Luis Arroyo is our referee. Jeff Skinker and Jackson Krauser are working the lines tonight. Get another look at this counterattack opportunity. Linesman did not immediately signal offside. The referee was the one that gave the ultimate indication.
But yeah, no doubt Amo was offside by a good 2 yards there. So correct call by whomever, and a break for Memphis 901 FC in the 3rd minute.
This is a Hartford Athletic team. They have struggled. They typically give up the opening goal. They have a very unsettling trend of giving up early goals and late goals, and it has cost them. They, as I said, their last match against Rio Grande Valley was abandoned after 9 minutes. Prior to that, they gave Tampa Bay all the Rowdies wanted, and now here's a ball that's played through, and this is Romig coming out. Loose ball, that is deflected, and it'll be out for a corner kick. And Amo had Sadie, the guy we talked about in the open, very dangerous. Romig coming out, got a piece of it, and then a deflection. And Memphis is very fortunate not to have conceded here.
There's the first opportunity, and then Akeem Ward doing his best Mark Segbers impersonation with a last-second save. This has to be concerning for Stephen Glass. 2 early, easy opportunities for Hartford.
Corner kick in swinger, punched out by Romig off the boot of Andre Lewis. Jeremy Kelly, Lapa had that deflected back in his face. And Turchi with this long ball. Memphis is one of the best long ball connecting clubs in the championship. Rito. He loses possession of it. Get a good look at Kembo Cabato in his first season with Hartford. Had played with FC Tulsa.
I mentioned Akeem Ward, but the initial save by Drew Romig, great decision making, goes low, stays big, and stays on the ground to make that initial stop. But early impressions, the first few minutes, good night. Hartford has speed to burn, Pete. A couple of guys that can really turn on the jets.
Memphis claiming that went out off the boot of Rito, but there's no whistle for it. And this ball played into the area, and Turchi is equal to the task. Turchi trying to get a clearance, and he'll get a throw in. That was Antoine Opino with the run, wearing the number 29 shirt, as you look at Stephen Glass on the far right.
And that's a guy we've seen a time or two in the USL Championship, and he has earned his keep in the league. Yeah.
With Detroit City last year. Of course, Detroit City making the playoffs last year. They were eliminated by Memphis here at AutoZone Park. So Memphis wants to settle into this match, as it has been Hartford Athletic on the front foot, not looking like a 16-point team to this point. They have been leaky defensively. They have conceded 60 goals. That's the most in USL Championship play. But you know that they're going to sit back. And right now the Memphis coaching staff knows, and there are 2 more matches with Birmingham Legion, 1 more with Tampa Bay. They're just going to sit back. And Memphis is going to have to try to figure out ways to unlock that packed defensive box. Malloy peels back against Amo. Malloy, great ball for Ward, knotted down. Jeremy Kelly. Kelly crossing over, laying it off. Ward through to Kelly. Kelly at the byline. Kelly, low service, settled by Fernando. Malloy with a cracker from distance. And that's what Memphis wants to do. You want to keep peppering the keeper, Richard Sanchez, as much as you possibly can. And Malloy giving it a good whack.
And I think they just laid out a terrific roadmap of how to do that. They just quick passes, working those triangles. Jeremy Kelly, good service from the wing, bringing it back in. First good opportunity for Memphis here in the 8th minute.
Fernando trying to win this back, not able to do so against Ash Apollon. And that will be a foul as Apollon goes to ground, thanks to the work of Luis Fernando. Well, the opener of this homestand, a scintillating 3-2 victory for 901 FC over Tampa Bay Rowdies. 2 goals in stoppage time, an equalizer, and a match winner. And then last Saturday night here against Monterey Bay, 27 shots, 7 on goal, and nothing found the back of the net. It was one of those nights that was a wee bit discouraging. The only shot that Monterey Bay had on goal was a questionable penalty of a very questionable handball call. And that's too far forward, and Memphis will get the throw in. Let's get the Campbell Clinic injury report. Reese Buckmaster, Emerson Hyman, both out with lower body injuries. Tristan Hodge, former Memphis 901 FC player, dealing with a hamstring issue. Rito battling there with Jeremy Kelly, and the foul given to Memphis is Edgardo Rito, the Venezuelan, starting his 25th match, and this is first season with Hartford, gets up and is ailing. Started the season with Oakland Roots and joining Hartford Athletic. And there you see Luis Arroyo coming in with the whistle. Hartford Athletic, they convert 16% of their chances. That's top 10 in the championship. They also have recorded the most yellow cards. And right now, Hartford with a greater share of percentage share of possession, I should say, at 54%. Memphis is one of the top teams in the league in terms of possession. Malloy battling for it, can't contain it. Malloy winning that aerial duel. Kelly, great ball to Fernando. He settles it. Fernando, diagonal ball intended for DaCosta, but that's cleared. Malloy chests it down, and Memphis will recycle here in the middle of the park.
Good choice, not trying to force it. See if they can switch to the other side. Pickering getting some good touches here early on.
Ward on this near wing. Malloy, 4th in the league with 6 assists on the season. Stephen Glass telling me on Thursday at the training ground, he said, we don't want to abandon what we've been doing. It's been working. It just, the ball hasn't gotten to the back of the net. We like what we're doing, and we're not going to panic. We're going to focus on ball movement and player movement, because that's the only way you're going to unlock these teams. There's DaCosta. He has that one deflected. Ball loose. Kelly trying to get to it, and Sanchez pounces for Hartford Athletic.
Yeah, 70% possession last week. I mean, there was no lacking of having opportunities. Just sometimes you hit for 6 when you have that much possession. Sometimes the well's dry, and it just wasn't Memphis's night. But the good news is you come back tonight and provide yourself an opportunity. By the time you wake up on Sunday, you could already have your ticket punched for the playoffs.
Memphis also sits in 5th place in the East. They are 1 point behind Louisville City. Now, Louisville City is leading San Diego Loyal 1-0 in the 41st minute. Great ball through to Lapa. And in the tangle, it's Memphis going to get called for the foul. Aiden McFadden getting a little too physical for Luis Arroyo. And so the restart to Hartford Athletic. 6th all-time meeting between these two clubs. Memphis has won 4 and the teams have drawn once. Memphis winning 2-0 earlier this season. Andre Lewis with possession.
And I believe these teams have even met in the U.S. Open Cup, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that was back in 2019.
You are correct, sir. Sadie playing to Makangila.
Been waiting to make my Jochen Graf reference. He scored 2 goals that night.
Nice.
Over at Mike Rose Stadium.
Andre Lewis here on the near side. Works for Rito. And that's out to Hartford Athletic. One of the things that Hartford Athletic has done when they come down to the end of the season, they do play some pretty good football. They have been 500 or better in their final 7 matches each of the last 4 seasons. They're on a 5-match losing streak, but they have played on the front foot tonight. Sadie with a lofted shot that goes over the bar.
They call this a corner?
They must have. I did not see a touch by a Memphis player, but there's no dissent being offered. But Sadie, wearing the number 7 shirt, uncorked that from distance, took a touch. And Memphis will defend the second Hartford Athletic corner of the night. Going back post, nodded in, then headed away, and Aiden McFadden clears for Memphis. Sent back in by Apollon, and that will result in a goal kick for Drew Romig and 901 FC. Romig making his 19th start of the season. 5 clean sheets. He has come up through the USL system. League One and League Two. Played for the Richmond Kickers in League One. Played his collegiate soccer at North Carolina. '15th minute, Memphis looking for its first shot. Hartford with 1. They've actually credited Memphis with 1. Here's a through ball for Pickering. Oh, just wide. Nita Pickering had the opportunity and could not put it away. Sends it wide of Sanchez's goal.
That's how you unlock the defense. A quick 1-2. It's a good ball. Even better ball from DaCosta. And terrific goalkeeping by Richard Sanchez. He closed off even the corners. It's a good job. I think Stephen Glass perhaps asking for a penalty. Perhaps.
No whistle of any sort. Fernando with the steal, but then he is dispossessed by Amo. And McFadden will run and chase it back.
So after the first 3 to 4 minutes of chaos on the back third of the pitch for Memphis, another opportunity. It's their second one. I think you'd mentioned there was one earlier. That was the shot by Malloy that went wide in about the 9th minute.
So they've actually been credited with now 2 shots, and Hartford Athletic with none. And Stephen Glass still arguing with Donovan Eubank, the 4th official.
And some people ask, I've been asked this before, why argue with the 4th official? They don't have cards, they don't handle that stuff well. They have communications equipment, and basically telling the 4th official is just like telling the referee.
Ward to Turchi. Malloy. McFadden. Fernando has a step. Fernando into the 18. Fernando is tripped down, and it will be a penalty. Maybe it came a possession later than Stephen Glass wanted. But there's the penalty.
Yes, Memphis is going to have an opportunity to get out on the front foot here. And this was created a nice turn by Fernando. And we've mentioned this before. He creates his own opportunities, and there he goes again. I think once he felt that pressure, Pete, maybe you can second this. Once he felt the pressure, he slowed it down just a smidge.
This is the 5th penalty won by Memphis. They have converted just 2 of the previous 4.
And it looks like it'll be Bruno Lapa.
Lapa to go up against Sanchez. 7th penalty conceded by Hartford Athletic. And they have conceded everyone so far. Lapa. Yes, it's a goal. 901 FC gets the opener in the 18th minute on a penalty scored by Bruno Lapa, his 4th goal of the season.
No doubter, Pete. Fantastic work by Bruno Lapa. All the heavy lifting was done by Luis Fernando, but then when it came time to put the exclamation point on, no problem for Bruno.
Bruno Lapa's first season with Memphis, and he had Sanchez going the wrong way. Perfectly placed by Lapa, and 1-0 to the home side.
I'm not even sure that Sanchez would have been able to reach that had he guessed correctly.
It was perfectly placed, just inside the post. So Memphis gets the opener. They are 10-2-1 when scoring first. And for Hartford Athletic, this is now the 16th time they have conceded the opener, and the 15th time they have conceded the opener before the 25th minute. I talked about their propensity for conceding early. It happens again. The call here against Memphis in the 19th moment.
You know, that speed makes them fun to watch, but I think sometimes that speed gets them in trouble too, unable to recover, and it puts them in a precarious position, especially when you had a quick counter like you did from Luis Fernando.
Now, and you made the point in the open, Tim, that Fernando is crafty not only as a goal scorer, but also as a distributor. And when the ball is at his feet, anything is possible. Throw in here for Memphis.
And he doesn't, I don't even believe he gets the credit for an assist on that, but the fact that he made that play occur, he makes players around him better. He makes them more productive by the things that he does. He is fun to watch. Sometimes a little frustrating, the step overs, but when he's on, he is electric.
You know, give Aiden McFadden the ball here for the throw-in. McFadden coming over on loan from Atlanta United, and he has fit in beautifully for 901 FC. Reese Buckmaster still dealing with an injury. That was a great idea to get that ball to Lapa, and Memphis will retain possession. Lapa and Edgardo Rito are shaking hands as Rito got the boot a little high, and then Lapa's taken down, and there will be another foul called. This will be on Beverly Makangila from the Democratic Republic of Congo. As you look at Omid Namazi, took over in June, had been the assistant coach and scouting director, coach with the Houston Dynamo and the U.S. men's junior national team. And just in going through the roster, Tim, this Hartford Athletic roster is almost like a 60%, if not more, turnover from the club they had last year. A lot of guys in their first year with Hartford. Not a lot of longevity in their roster, and that lack of continuity showing, I think, in their 4-19-4 ledger.
Yet usually Real Madrid and Manchester City can pull that off. Most other clubs around the world cannot do that.
Wow, nice little move by Turchi. Memphis trying to get numbers forward. Here's Lapa laying it off for Pickering. Pickering has Ward overlapping, and they'll recycle back to Malloy. Jeremy Kelly tried to slip that one in the box, gets it back, puts it ahead for Lapa, and Bruno trying to run it down. Ward tried his cross, and that is blocked. And Lapa onto it in the 22nd minute in a 1-0 scoreline in favor of the home club.
Memphis will back that out, and Hartford will get a chance now to reset their lines, decompress just a little bit. But Memphis now going back to what worked for them last time.
A little combination play there. Kelly, now McFadden. Well, Stephen Glass said it on Thursday. He said, we have to make other teams defend. And by that, it's a lot of this type of movement. They love the diagonal ball. Fernando. DaCosta. DaCosta. Lapa. Opportunity. Oh, and a great save by Sanchez off the boot of Pickering. It'll be the first Celtic crossing corner kick of the night for 901 FC. But beautiful combination play. And if not for a great effort by Sanchez, that may have been a second for Memphis.
There's the unlocking, another opportunity. Hands go up, but Pickering was onside. And Sanchez leaving nothing to chance, coming off of his line, coming out wide to make that save. Terrific job by Sanchez and great work by Memphis 901 FC to unlock the defense, which has been packing it in.
They played the short corner, Lapa giving it to Malloy, and then Malloy serving it up. Ward. That was a great ball in, but Pickering couldn't quite handle it. But Memphis retaining possession. Intercepted by Amo. And now laid off on the wing. Openo in space. And a miss hit there. And then Sadie, it's all offside anyway. Andre Lewis getting forward along with Prince Sadie. But you're right, this is a Hartford Athletic team that is athletic and speedy.
Just a tough break. Everything went right except the finished product there for Lewis. I think I hit one like that on the 9th tee over at Cherokee not too long ago.
Bouncer off the tee.
Yeah. It's sad when you got to take your mulligan out, off the box.
Oh, and a dangerous moment here. Openo serves it up, and that shot is blocked. And then Malloy trying to clear it, cannot. And the corner is going to be conceded off the head of Akeem Ward. And again, some very nervous moments in front of the Memphis goal.
I tell you, this is the second time in about a minute that Hartford, Pete, is one clean touch away from burying the ball. And I think just that little bit of pressure that the Memphis defense put on Cabato might have saved that rebound from heading goalward. So Memphis with a break there, a chance to perhaps get this out on the corner.
Cabato, back post, and Romick trying to get to it. I thought they went out of play, and apparently it did, and it will be a goal kick for Drew Romick.
Interesting strategy there. The last couple of corner kicks for Hartford, they've decided to pursue the far post and head it back toward the goal rather than put it into the proverbial blender. Apparently they see something, or they've worked on something that they're confident that they'll have a chance with on a restart.
Turchi puts us deep into space. Connor McGlynn lets it roll out. Richard Sanchez, the keeper, first season with Hartford.
Seen him play at Toyota Stadium with FC Dallas.
Right. 29 MLS appearances over 9 seasons. Was with LA Galaxy last year. But it has been a rough year, a save percentage of just .525. He's got one save tonight. Up ahead, Rito. Dangerous here. Sadie cutting, and we are level at 1. Prince Sadie with his 6th goal of the season, and in the 26th minute we are level at 1.
Just moments before, 2 opportunities went begging because the finished product just wasn't there. But let me tell you something, the Rito shuffle from the right wing over to Sadie, that one touch to his right foot and just a curling finish. No chance for Drew Romick here. And Hartford, they have been knocking on the door, knocking, and finally they stepped through with the equalizer.
Well, they were on the front foot against Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay had to come back from a goal down to get all 3 points in that particular matchup. That was the last match that Hartford Athletic played.
So that'll be Sadie's 6th goal of the season to go with 3 assists in the 26th minute, and we're all knotted up. And now Memphis starts again from scratch here, all even.
With Hartford Athletic conceding 60 goals on the season, you know there will be opportunities. Memphis needs to cash them, but they've got to have to tighten some things up defensively, because Hartford has done some very good things offensively. And as you said, for want of a clean touch, scoreline could even be favoring Hartford at this point.
Yeah, I was impressed with what Monterey did last week here at AutoZone Park against Memphis. But I got to tell you, and I've said it before, but it's just the speed that Hartford has displayed here in the early going has been impressive. And looking at their point total, I'm shocked that they've only picked up 16 points on the year. But again, I mean, there's always a reason. But here we go again.
Yeah, in this 5-match losing streak, we'll get to that point in a moment here, see if Malloy can win this back. He can. In this 5-match losing streak, they have scored just 4 goals, and they've lost 6 of their last 7.
And maybe we answered our own question earlier with the finishing. Perhaps that has been, maybe that's been it all the way to the doorstep.
McFadden's pass is intercepted, but Memphis wins it back. Jeremy Kelly battling for it, but he loses possession of it. Macangilla now playing this wide for Rito. And Memphis will concede the throw in. Let's take a look at Prince Sadie. Settles, crosses over, and perfectly placed into the side netting.
He froze both of the center backs, and then his cut back to the right on his stronger foot. And the shot was just impeccable to be able to put that into the corner and curl it away from Romick. It took a special touch to beat him, and he did it.
Rito with the throw in. Amo trying to step through, but Memphis with possession here. DaCosta trying to keep it in play, and that's off of McGlynn. So a throw in for Memphis.
It's a good work by Pickering to drop all the way back in his own box and pitch in, putting in the mileage.
Now McFadden along the far touchline, assessing his options. Lofts that in toward goal, easily handled by Sanchez. After tonight, 4 matches remain for 901 FC, 2 at home, 2 on the road. They'll be away Wednesday at Birmingham Legion. That's a reschedule. Here's Ward. Backheel DaCosta. Lapa. That's deflected. Lapa trying to win it in the air, but it falls to Hartford Athletic. Memphis on the attack, but then again, so has Hartford been. But Memphis has a couple against Birmingham. Next Saturday, they're going to be at Tampa Bay. And I mean, you talk about a 2-match short rest gauntlet at Tampa Bay after going to Birmingham.
And that's never, even on a week's rest, that Al Lang Stadium is not an easy place to play.
No. Fernando crossing over. Left-footed shot. That's punched down by Sanchez. And Sanchez, again, equal to the task with a strong opportunity. And the foul to Jeremy Kelly as he sends Sadie to the ground.
Jeremy's got to be heads up. That's his 2nd or 3rd. It's a good save by Sanchez. He had a good look at it. It was around waist level, so not an impossible save, but good, strong hands to parry it wide and out of danger. So good fundamental work by the Hartford keeper. But again, another opportunity created by Luis Fernando.
They have reached halftime in Louisville. Louisville City 1-0 over San Diego Loyal. And And that'll be out for a Memphis throw-in. We had said Memphis can earn a playoff berth with a win tonight, a Tulsa loss there in Oakland tonight, and then Miami a loss or draw, and they have just started the second half in Miami, and Pittsburgh and Miami are scoreless at the moment. And that will be out. Hartford Athletic.
And we've seen some previous 901 FC players that have suited up for Hartford Athletic. If you remember Jeff Caldwell, the first ever goalkeeper for 901 FC, had spent significant time there. It's a terrific keeper.
McFadden. And Malloy will play this back to Romig. Oh, and a poor distribution by Romig. Sadie again, and it's a second. Oh my goodness. Sadie, the brace, and Hartford has broken out on top, 2-1.
Pete, that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. Of all of the clearances on the evening that a goalkeeper is going to make, you always hope that the one that you might scuff doesn't come back to haunt you. But this not only comes back to haunt him, it comes back to haunt him from 22 yards out and wide. So not only was it a giveaway, but the shot, that goal was likely better than the first one.
Yeah, without a doubt. Amazing by the Liberian Prince Sadie. Had 4 goals a year ago. He's got 7 this season and a brace tonight. And Memphis is gobsmacked right now.
So make that a brace on the night, his 7th on the season, to go with 3 assists. And now 901 FC has about 12 minutes and some Miller Lite stoppage time to try to equalize, which the good news is if they do, they would be able to carry some momentum into the changing room at halftime. But as it stands right now, the crowd has fallen very quiet in AutoZone Park on this beautiful Saturday night.
Good defensive work, and then a whistle and a foul.
It's good officiating by Luis Arroyo. He was going to let that play breathe if he could, but had to bring that back for a foul.
Rito near touchline, and another foul, and see if the book comes out.
I think Memphis is getting a little frustrated at this point. Maybe more with themselves. 2 quick fouls, nowhere near the goal, and not in a threatening position. And now he said, now you've had 3 fouls. It's like, I'm warning you, no more. It's a fair lip read, right?
I think it is. Hakeem Ward does not agree with Luis Arroyo. Pickering has options. Double marked. Loses possession to Prince Sadie, who has been everywhere tonight. Rito along the near touchline, going for Opino. Opino's double marked. Opino, that's off his foot, and it will be out for a goal kick. But now an overrule by Luis Arroyo, I think, is going to. Will he give him a corner? Apparently not. Luis Arroyo went in to talk to the linesman, and I'm not sure why. Andre Lewis is down. And a goal kick for Drew Romig.
Have a little bit of a delay, the athletic training crew coming out. Take a look at Lewis.
Andre Lewis, second season with Hartford, transferred from Colorado Springs in January of 2022. 8-year veteran of USL play out of Spanish Town, Jamaica. So he's getting medical attention at the moment.
I think I owe congratulations to you. You're an Arsenal fan, correct?
Yes.
Congratulations on Declan Rice being named to the short list for Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm. Great goal against Manchester United.
Thought he had a good year on international duty as well. Here's the play. Maybe the ankle caught up, the twisting and the pain radiated up.
Could be, and you see that Lewis has a lot of that physio tape, that black physio tape on his right knee already. Oh,
the not knee
to knee.
Ooh,
and that is not fun at all.
Well, we hope he can continue. That would be best case scenario. That's at least going to be a stinger for a few minutes. It's good to see he's up and walking on his own without help.
To give you an idea about the intestinal fortitude of this Hartford athletic team, remember we've been talking about the Tampa Bay match where they got out to the early lead, ended up losing 2-1. They only had 14 players available that night because half the team got hit by COVID, and there was considerable frustration. Hartford Athletics said, can we possibly postpone this game because we've got so many guys in COVID protocols? And the match went on as scheduled, and even though they were depleted down to 14 players, they couldn't even fill out an 18. They still took Tampa Bay down to the wire. So it gives you an idea. And on the one hand, you look at 4-19-4 and 16 points, and you don't think very much of Hartford Athletic, but they do have some moxie, and they have put it on display tonight, and they lead Memphis 2-1 with under 10 minutes remaining in the first half.
And you mentioned the track record in previous seasons too. You know, when you get down to a point where you are out of it, you have to find a way to play for something, and sometimes it's playing spoiler, sometimes it's playing for your spot next year, or even just staying in the league as a player. So everybody has to have their motivation, and Hartford is playing, they must have played angry against Tampa, but tonight they are playing in some inspired football, especially in the attack.
McFadden trying to turn, loses, and then the foul called on Aiden McFadden. The other thing, too, is that Hartford Athletic basically is rested. They haven't played in 2 weeks. They only played 9 minutes last Saturday night.
Well, if I may, they've shaken the rust off pretty decently, at least in the attack. But let's not forget, we've talked about the fact that they have the lead. Memphis has had a few opportunities tonight. It's not as if the Hartford defense has shut Memphis down completely. Memphis has the goal off of the penalty kick and a couple of other opportunities as well. And now Luis Arroyo is telling Richard Sanchez, I'm not adding more Miller Lite stoppage time. Let's get the game on.
Ward, now Pickering. Puts that ball into space, but no one to get onto the end of it. Memphis has had more touches in the opposition box, 11 more final third entries, almost 60% of possession, but they trail 2-1 because Prince Sadie with the brace. Intercepted by Turchi. And now Carson Baumstieg, former Stanford star. Malloy. Ward. Malloy trying to turn. Dogged defending by Kibato. Malloy against Andre Lewis, who's back on the pitch after the medical attention.
Hartford is running what looks to be a diamond in the middle of the pitch defensively, and essentially you almost have to play Plinko to get through them. And it's been frustrating Memphis, and I think it'd be frustrating for any team. And as you said, coming into the match tonight, you know, one of the keys is how do you unlock, and it'll have to be a series of 3, 4, 5 passes to be able to get that done. And Memphis has been able to do that. They just haven't been able to do it as frequently as they will like.
Memphis needing multiple goals to get points out of this. They have scored multiple goals just once since a 2-1 win at Indy 11. Their only goal coming off a Bruno Lappa penalty converted in the 17th minute. In open play, they've had opportunities, but unable to cash.
They're going to bring the original contact back for a foul and give that to Hartford. At first, I thought it looked like he was going to let that go. And
well, they called it against Memphis.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to let that go, and then he allowed advantage for about 5 seconds and then brought it back.
Rito wins it. His attempted cross is blocked by Ward. Too far for DaCosta. Kelly on it. And back to Malloy. McFadden. Fernando. His run early on set up the penalty. He was the player brought down, and will have a foul on Hartford Athletic here, and Memphis a free kick opportunity.
I think the follow through is it was either going to be a throw in or a free kick, and this is going to be right on the edge for Aaron Malloy. So really a glorified corner kick. So forgive me if I accidentally say Celtic Crossing. I think they'll mind.
DJ will love you for it. Malloy, great at service, back post, and did that take a touch? It did not. It'll be a goal kick, as they were trying to go for, I beg your pardon, it will be a corner kick, trying to link up with Vom Steeg.
This is a Celtic Crossing corner.
So a Celtic Crossing corner kick. Great ball to the back post, Vom Steeg, and then it ricochets off Elvis Amo. DaCosta. Pickering trying to win it in the air, and then cleared by Andre Lewis for Hartford Athletic. Ward tracking back. Do not anticipate much in the way of Miller Lite stoppage time. We've had no bookings. The only stoppages, there was the injury to Andre Lewis, and the goals. That's been it.
2 minutes, you reckon?
I think that would be the number I'd be looking at right now as we approach the end of the first half. Memphis got the opener with a Lappa penalty in the 17th minute, but then a brace by Prince Sadie 7 minutes apart to erase the Memphis advantage. And look at all those blue shirts in defense settling back. McFadden, the Notre Dame product. Comes central. Left for Ward, crosses over. Curling service. DaCosta got a head on it, and we were right on the money. It'll be a Celtic Crossing corner kick, and 2 minutes of Miller Lite stoppage time will be added.
I just forgot how big of a boy Niall Logue is.
Yes. 6'3", Niall Logue. Loved having him here in Memphis. And first 2 playoff appearances for Memphis coincided with Niall's time here in Memphis.
And McGlynn's not exactly a Bradford Pear either. He's a pretty tall fella.
Low driver, and that's swept away, but backstopped by Akeem Ward. Lappa into the box. Cleared. Then Turchi got a head on it. Then Cabato. Scramble in the middle of the park. Good speed there, and the foul going to be given to Vom Steeg, I believe, and a card. I don't know if that's Malloy's card or Vom Steeg's. And our first booking of the night. Yellow card to Aaron Malloy. And Malloy took exception to the fact that the studs came up after the foul had been committed.
I think Hartford is just looking for one last chance to maybe put this in the box.
See if Niall Logue goes long with this. Goes out to the wing for Opano. Through to Lewis. Lewis trying to turn, dispossessed momentarily, and then a takedown, and no air in the whistle. Here's DaCosta with a turn, has Lapa, and then he's run down, and that foul will be given. As we have reached the 2+ minutes now of Miller Lite stoppage time. And Apollon with a yellow card. And I think they're going to replace the restart here with what figures to be the last kick of the first half. Malloy.
Malloy's got to be careful.
Yeah,
he's on a yellow.
And that is halftime. Well, Memphis got the opener off a penalty, but Hartford Athletic getting a brace from Prince Sadie. And Hartford Athletic all but eliminated from playoff contention, giving Memphis 901 FC fits. 2-1 in favor of Hartford Athletic. They are seeking their first ever victory over 901 FC. They're halfway there. 2-1 Hartford Athletic over Memphis 901 FC. We'll be back with our halftime programming from AutoZone Park in downtown Memphis. 2-1 to Hartford Athletic.
At Junk Luggers, our commitment to donating and recycling is a founding principle. We're a locally owned business, striving to keep all reusable items out of landfills by 2025. While quality customer service, respectful team members, and competitive pricing are all industry standards, we stand out by donating and recycling whenever possible.
When people ask, why Bad Boy? It's simple. Every Bad Boy mower and every Bad Boy tractor are born from steel and built tough to the same standards that have made the Bad Boy brand legendary. Not only for toughness, but for power, for strength, for performance, quality, and comfort. These are the whys. You are the how. Start your legend, Bad Boy.
It's time to cash in on your home equity with our great low interest rates. We offer 1.99% APR for the first 6 months. If you're thinking about a major remodeling project, purchasing a new vehicle, funding a dream vacation, or more, a home equity line of credit from First South Financial is a great way to make that happen. Offer ends soon. To find out more, visit firstsouth.com or give us a call at 901-380-7400 today for details.
Consumer investigator Andy Wise here. I'm talking with longtime customers about why they love the Shot Nurse. What do you love about the Shot Nurse?
Because of my work, I have to get a lot of vaccines for travel, and the Shot Nurse always has everything I need. And I don't need an appointment. I love it.
For efficient wellness and immunization services, the Shot Nurse is your wise choice.
Solutions you need with the personal touch. The Shot Nurse.
Memphis 901 FC trying to do their part to nail down a playoff berth. However, they are in arrears. 2-1 to Hartford Athletic. We'll take a look at the league scoreboard and other headlines from around USL Championship soccer after this timeout from Memphis.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Downtown Memphis, Tennessee, AutoZone Park. 2-1. Hartford Athletic with the lead tonight over 901 FC. Let's take a look around the USL Championship Soccer, see what the major storylines are at the moment on this beautiful night here in downtown Memphis. Danny Trejo, Player of the Month from Phoenix Rising. Second time he's won the award. 5 goals, 2 assists in August. That is a full season for a lot of guys. Nico Brett, second all-time in USL goal scoring, 80 in his career and 11 this season. Memphis will see him not once but twice, and for the 3rd time overall. You'll remember Memphis went down to Birmingham and lost 3-0 in U.S. Open Cup action. Memphis on the road Wednesday night to take on Birmingham Legion. Then they're back here at AutoZone Park on September the 30th. Of course, we will have the telecast for you on Wednesday night from Birmingham. And Memphis 901 FC right now, they trail at 2-1, and the impact of that, we're going to look at the standings in a bit, but then also the league scoreboard. Memphis trying to chase down Louisville City. Louisville City 1 point ahead of Memphis for the 4th spot. Past the hour mark, they lead San Diego Loyal at home 1-0. Memphis needing a Miami draw or loss, along with an FC Tulsa loss and a Memphis win to clinch a playoff berth. Right now, Miami and Pittsburgh, they are 0-0. Loudoun United, this a very interesting result. They are level with Charleston Battery now in second half stoppage time. San Antonio and Tampa Bay could be a USL Cup final preview. And there's that FC Tulsa match we were talking about as they take on Oakland Roots, Birmingham Legion, and Rio Grande Valley. Standings in the Eastern Conference. Remember, the top 4 start with a home playoff match, and right now Memphis 1 point behind Louisville City. But Louisville City, as we pointed out, they have a lead over San Diego Loyal. And the other thing too is you're dealing also with Birmingham Legion. You got to play them twice, and things are getting a bit nervy right now for Memphis 901 FC. They came into this homestand. You're thinking, okay, you've got Tampa Bay, tough match.
Yeah.
Monterey Bay, bottom of the table in the West. Hartford Athletic, bottom of the table in the East. And right now it's been a little bit more of a struggle than Stephen Glass or the boys in blue would like.
It has been, and if they're looking over their shoulder, Indy and Birmingham are right there. The good news is Indy 11 lost last night. They dropped a late one in 3-2 to New Mexico United last night, but they're all even up on games played, and it's going to be a sprint to grab that last home match as Louisville City, Memphis, and Indy all within 1 result of each other. One good night, and you can be playing in front of your fans. One bad night, you may have to be on the road all the way to whomever gets that top seed.
Top 8 make the playoffs. All right, we are going to step aside. We've got stats and highlights on the way. Get you ready for the second half. 2-1 Hartford Athletic with the advantage over Memphis 901 FC here at AutoZone Park. The kids are out and having fun. Boys are in the changing room trying to get it right for the second 45.
American made means more than just being made in America. It means representing the values that our country is founded on. Hard work, independent spirit, revolutionary thinking, breaking a few rules, and doing it all for the right reasons. American-made bad boy mowers. Mow with an attitude.
At Junk Luggers, our commitment to donating and recycling is a founding principle. We're a locally owned business striving to keep all reusable items out of landfills by 2025. While quality customer service, respectful team members, and competitive pricing are all industry standards, we stand out by donating and recycling whenever possible.
It's time to cash in on your home equity with our great low interest rates. We offer 1.99% APR for the first 6 months. If you're thinking about a major remodeling project, purchasing a new vehicle, funding a dream vacation, or more, a home equity line of credit from First South Financial is a great way to make that happen. Offer ends soon. To find out more, visit firstsouth.com or give us a call at 901-380-7400 today for details.
Consumer investigator Andy Wise here. I'm talking with longtime customers about why they love the Shot Nurse. What do you love about the Shot Nurse?
Because of my work, I have to get a lot of vaccines for travel, and the Shot Nurse always has everything I need, and I don't need an appointment. I love it.
For efficient wellness and immunization services, the Shot Nurse is your wise choice.
Solutions you need with the personal touch. The Shot Nurse.
Welcome back to downtown Memphis, Tennessee, corner of 3rd and Main, AutoZone Park. 2-1 Hartford Athletic with the advantage of Memphis 901 FC. Pete Bradica, Tim Van Horn with you. And Tim, let's take a look at some first half highlights. There was plenty of action in the first 45 minutes. It was eventful. Let's take a look. Early opportunity here, and this whistled for offside. But we got to see the speed that Hartford Athletic possesses.
Yeah, we did. And then another nervous moment for Memphis as Andrew Romick comes up big. And then Memphis, with their first signal of intent, that shot by Malloy.
DaCosta with his great layoff, and Pickering sends that one wide. Fernando here gets in the box, and Fernando taken down. And the penalty, a clear penalty, given immediately by the referee. And then Bruno Lapa would step to the spot against Richard Sanchez, and nice composed finish. And Memphis 1-0 in the 17th minute. There'd be other opportunities for 901 FC, but just things a wee bit out of sync. And also Richard Sanchez coming up with a big save, but then Prince Sadie, he's been the story of the first half.
Yeah, that finish was absolutely beautiful. Had two central defenders from Memphis going the wrong way, and then buries it in the far corner. No chance for Andrew Romick.
And then this, Andrew Romick mishits the clearance, and Sadie with an absolute bullet. And that's how we got to 2-1.
I think he was looking for Akeem Ward, and the pass just never left the ground, but that shot sure did.
Yep. So Prince Sadie with the brace, his 6th and 7th goals of the season. Numbers favoring Memphis, except for duels won. Memphis more passes. They're almost 86% accurate with their passing, 60% of the possession. But the only numbers that matter, 2-1, both of them from Prince Sadie. And really, you're one scuffed clearance away from this being a 1-1 match.
We truly are, Pete. And in referral to the duels won, Memphis has tried several times to go over the top. It was hopeful to go over the top of the Hartford defense playing a high line. Just have not been able to get that over into space. We've seen several passes that have gone begging for somebody to latch on to them. And I think that's just part of the overall strategy to eventually latch onto something and get a better look at Richard Sanchez. And this shouldn't go unnoticed as well. Knight Pickering's had a couple of good opportunities, but Richard Sanchez has been up to the task. But let's not forget, Memphis has had their opportunities, and hopefully they'll get more.
Well, and this is a Hartford team. They have struggled even when they've conceded first, they've won only once. They're 113-1. Now, of course, they have the lead at this point, but Hartford has had the propensity of conceding late goals.
If I'm if I'm Stephen Glass, I'm referring back to the Tampa Bay match where you came back not once but twice to win that match. And if you can do it against Tampa Bay, you should be able to. No disrespect for Hartford, you should be able to do it against Hartford Athletic as well. But that remains to be seen. And Hartford is throwing everything but the kitchen sink forward against Memphis.
Well, Memphis's resilience has been on display all season long. And in my conversations with Stephen Glass, one thing that he keeps bringing up, the absolute refusal of this group to lose.
Yeah, and that was shown in the Tampa Bay match, and that's been shown a couple of other times. We had the late winner in Indianapolis with the goal by Akeem Ward from outside the box. There have been several times where Memphis could have been down and out, and in previous years we've seen where that would have been done and dusted. But this year, in the last year or so, Memphis has shown that they can come back. Resiliency is a great word to describe this team.
I was talking with Aiden McFadden, and I asked him about the Tampa Bay match, and I said, Was that big? Was there like this real feeling like, man, we really accomplished something? He says, not really. He said, we knew we were going to win. We just made it harder on ourselves than we needed it to be. Well, Memphis is making it harder on itself than they would prefer for it to be tonight. Again, they're chasing Louisville for that 4th spot in the East, and Louisville City maintaining that 1-0 advantage over San Diego Loyal.
And it looks like we have had a change. It looks like Jelani Peters is out there now. And possibly have to double-check Jelani Peters in for Carson Vomsteeg.
So Vomsteeg got the start tonight, and Jelani Peters making his 15th appearance for 901 FC.
And Jelani's got 1 goal on the season from Memphis. He will be a towering presence if Memphis can get some Celtic crossing corner kicks here in the second half.
No, it's not Vomsteeg because he's on the pitch.
Okay.
Somebody else came off. Naita Pickering. Well, we got. We'll get to that in a second. DaCosta was trying to make a move forward. Samuel Cariaga is on, and Knight Pickering is off. Is that what we are being told right now? Cariaga was big in that Tampa Bay match.
Okay, all right, then McFadden is off because Vomsteeg has moved to right back. And now Jelani Peters and Turchi are playing at center back. As my in-laws will tell you, it's not the first time I've been wrong today.
No, McFadden is still out there.
See, there you go.
But Akeem Ward remains on the pitch.
I'm just going to wait for the graphic.
Memphis is 4, 7, and 9 when they are tied or trailing at the interval. And Memphis concedes the corner. Good run on the far side.
Let's just do a roll call.
So this will be Kembo Cabato to take the corner kick. Headed by Andre Lewis. Malloy trying to get to it. Romick does.
It's good commanding presence by Romick to call Malloy off of the ball. Gives Memphis a chance to get down the pitch, and then he can distribute as he pleases.
There's Cariaga, the Argentinian, signed September the 4th. Took him a while to get acclimated to the Memphis Heat.
What?
It's what I was told. Fernando. Nice little drop off for Cariaga. McFadden settles outside the box. McFadden cuts it over. Rolling shot. That was saved. Picked up by Ashapalan. And Turchi back in hot pursuit. Ward trying to do some business. Lays it back for Turchi. This is Vomsteeg. McFadden. Again, crossing over, gets to the left foot. That attempt is blocked again by Apollon. Cariaga trying to run this down. He cannot, and Prince Sadie and Hartford Athletic will throw in.
Here's another look. McFadden's got a good left foot, a good drive. In fact, it's a good shield there. It was a smart play to try to at least put some sort of a screen up against Richard Sanchez. And by the way, now the official word is in. Peters officially replaces Knight Pickering, and then Cariaga replaces the goal scorer Bruno Lapa.
Okay.
All right. So there's 2 substitutions out of the possible 5 for Memphis, and all is the same for Hartford.
Hartford trying for their first ever win over 901 FC. Memphis has won 4 of the 5 meetings with 1 draw. McFadden. Fernando not going to be able to keep it in play. Just a bit too much pace from Aiden McFadden. But you have the sense that the ball at Fernando's feet will be a key to whether or not 901 FC can grab all the points or not.
And the good thing is he doesn't have to have the final touch on it. He can create the opportunity.
Malloy wins it in the air. Fernando settles. Ward. Memphis not able to get things linked up, but the throw-in is conceded by the visitors. They'll get another throw-in opportunity here. Openo got a head on it, but McFadden will run it down near the byline. McFadden, Vom Steeg sends it into the box where it's cleared away. Backstop by Turchi. A touch now for Jelani Peters. And back to Romig. Memphis dominating the possession here. Can they parlay it into a goal? And this goes keeper to keeper. Sanchez.
And if you're wondering for Memphis 901 FC, you've got 2 substitutions already taken. Who would be left in an attacking mode? You do have some options. You've got Kisiedu that's still available. You've also got Dylan Borzak, and you have Rashawn Dolly. So you have some goal scoring options on the bench if later in the match, if you add yet more attacking.
Sliding, good tackle by Akeem Ward, and some dogged defending. Cariaga with the clearance. Openo going over the back of DaCosta to win that in the air. Apollon. And it's blocked and taken away by McFadden. McFadden now Malloy. Little 1-2. McFadden goes down. Foul Makangilla. And a yellow card to Beverly Makangilla. McFadden's work rate here in the second half has been remarkable.
It has, yep. Got stood up there. Now Makangilla will join Niall Logue in the book for Hartford. And there you see the other gentleman on the pitch who has a yellow card, and that is Aaron Malloy. That's a great question,
Yes.
Coach. We're with you. That was a question that we posed last week. The restarts took forever, and Memphis just was not able to move quickly.
Memphis wants to play with pace. Into the box. It's knotted down. Cleared by Logue, but not out. DaCosta got a hit on it and wide of the mark. Rodrigo DaCosta coming over in May from FC Tulsa.
It's a great ball from Turchi. Just got just a smidge under it.
marching orders from Stephen Glass and the 901 FC coaching staff. Attack, attack, attack. Fernando. And the tackle attempt is judged to be a foul as DaCosta is trying to make the tackle. DaCosta working against Andre Lewis, and the foul given. Fernando losing possession. McFadden back trying to chase for Memphis. DaCosta was trying to get that through to Fernando, but back-heeled away defensively by Hartford.
Did you see how many defenders were back there? 4 ready to step in front of that pass.
Now Opano with a run. 1v1, lays it off. Jelani Peters saves the day for 901 FC.
If he's not 6'4", that's probably a goal in the back post, because he needed every bit of that body to be able to guide that away for a throw-in.
And Prince Sadie had dreams of a hat trick. And when was the last time Hartford had a hat trick?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, let's not talk about it. 56th minute, and Hartford on the prowl again. And that clearance is sent away. Memphis will throw in. Again, another night where Memphis is out shooting its opponent, out possessing its opponent, being more accurate with their passes, and they trail, and that one just touched wide. It'll be a corner kick for the visitors.
That's a heck of a save, Pete, because that ball is slowly spinning away from roaming, and he gets just enough of a paw, and a strong one at that, to parry it around the corner of the goal.
And the shot coming off the boot from Elvis Amo, who has 5 goals and a team-high 42 shots coming in. And these are nervy moments for the home side. And that was knocked down off the boot of Rito. Sanchez. Memphis gets a takeaway. McFadden. Diagonal ball intended for DaCosta, but he can't get to it. It'll be run down by Rito.
Missed opportunity for Memphis. A good save to prevent the goal kick. Just couldn't make hay out of it, but it looks like last touch did go against Hartford, so Memphis will get the ball back.
Memphis creating opportunities, but just lacking the sharpness they need at the end. And Prince Sadie and Akeem Ward came together in a most indecorous way.
And now we've had a change of the call. Now it's Hartford's ball.
Connor McGlynn playing this ball forward for Sadie. He settles, lays it back for Cabato. Cabato, Lewis trying to turn. Fernando bothering him. McFadden wins it. Now Fernando along the touchline. Back to Malloy. Here's Malloy. Malloy into the box. Cariaga wide.
Beautiful piece of work. A couple of points to note there. A terrific job by Fernando to keep it in, and then the dummy by DaCosta to get it to Malloy, and then laid off beautifully. Just the shot just couldn't wrap his boot around it and get it goalward, as that one is driven just wide.
Well, you'll remember the Tampa Bay match. It was the entrance of Cariaga into the match that essentially started the turnaround.
His introduction was, it did. It flipped the game on its head tactically.
McFadden. Crossing, sliding into goal. It's in the back of the net. It's in the back of the net. Cariaga opens his Memphis account at the hour mark, and we're level at 2. And McFadden's hard work pays off with the assist.
Time and again, Pete, we see McFadden with the left-footed drive. This time it's the right boot, and he lays it on a silver platter. It's all set up from near midfield. I'm not even sure that was a half volley. That might have been on the volley, Pete. Here's a better look. It was a half volley.
It was a half volley.
But you know what? It was a full goal. No half goal there, a beauty, and could not have come at a better time as Memphis evens this up against Hartford at 2 apiece. Samuel Cariaga, welcome to Memphis. We are so glad you are here.
And so now we are level at 2. Game on.
That's great camera work behind the nets, guys. Good, clear view of that half volley. Well taken, Richard Sanchez, no chance.
Now let's see what Memphis can do now, as they have been on the front foot really here the entire second half. The distribution by Sanchez is out for a Memphis throw-in. Beautiful ball by McFadden, and just an amazing sliding finish. The left boot makes contact, destination net.
It truly is a game of inches. The same game of inches that helped Jelani Peters save a potential goal is the same game of inches that gives Memphis the equalizer.
DaCosta tried to slam on the brakes, lost the ball in the process. Hartford pushing forward. And this will be a foul and a card as well to Jelani Peters.
I think the referee just told him it was for persistent infringement. I didn't think he'd been in the match long enough.
No, I don't think so.
4 times.
So Peters goes in the book.
He can't help it, he's tall.
Listed at 6'5". Well, here's the other thing that we need to point out. Hartford has conceded 18 goals in the last quarter hour of matches this year. That is the most in the league. They have cost themselves 13 potential points because of goals conceded in the 85th minute or later.
In the 85th?
85th or later. So if you're Memphis, you just got to keep knocking on that door.
Well, I'll tell you, and you won't find this in any stat book, but Memphis leads the league in enthusiasm when scoring after the 85th minute. These fans go nuts here at AutoZone Park, so this could be a match made in heaven.
Here's McFadden. Trying to slip it into DaCosta, but it's won back by Andre Lewis. And McFadden with the foul.
Got plenty of guys warming up for Hartford, but still no moves made yet. Still with their starting 11.
And this will be out for a Memphis throw-in. You know, when you talk about Aiden McFadden, you have to remember he's pretty offensive-minded. He set the Atlanta United 2 scoring record with 8 goals. He's also had some MLS appearances as well. Jeremy Kelly And it should be out for a Celtic crossing corner kick. So Memphis starting to turn the screws here as we've passed the hour mark.
And we've seen a lot of talented young men come through the Atlanta system. I know we have McFadden, and very lucky to have him here. Philip Goodrum, also Robbie Mertz in the USL Championship. Is now away from that system, but is having a positive impact. Some really good talent.
Cariaga chips it in, but it goes right to Sanchez, and an easy handle for him.
I think Sanchez may have walked out of the box with the ball. At least it looked like the ball crossed out.
Yeah, very close.
I don't think I've ever seen that called, though.
McFadden. Now Fernando. Fernando again working that right side. Fernando stepping over, trying to get to the left foot. Back heel, McFadden, and that will result in another Celtic crossing corner kick. And you see that Pittsburgh has broken out on top over Miami. Again, a Miami loss or draw. An FC Tulsa loss at Oakland tonight. And if Memphis grabs all 3 points, they are officially in the USL Championship playoffs. Headed away, backstop by Ward. He'll give it a go, and it'll be another Celtic crossing corner kick.
And this whole sequence began with Luis Fernando working down the wing and the layoff pass, which earned the original Celtic crossing corner kick, and Memphis continuing to sustain pressure here in the 66th minute.
And there you see Niall Logue awaiting the delivery from Malloy, his former teammate. Malloy, Peters couldn't get ahead to it. Cariaga settles, trying to cross over, gets pushed. His shot is blocked. Ward sends it back toward the keeper, and Sanchez will handle it on the bounce. There's McFadden again. Fernando combining with McFadden. McFadden on the run. A little give and go with DaCosta, but that comes to nothing for Memphis. And now a steal nearly by Cariaga. Here's DaCosta. Rodrigo DaCosta, and punched away. That'll result in a Memphis throw-in, but Memphis throwing massive pressure at Hartford Athletic in search of a go-ahead goal.
Terrific job by Memphis applying the pressure, getting the possession back quickly, and then just like that, getting the throw in, and now they've earned themselves another Celtic crossing corner kick. They're turning the screws, and I tell you what, a lot of this owed to Aiden McFadden. He has a second gear that I had not necessarily seen yet in a match, but he's definitely showing that tonight.
Malloy, back post, but too far. Sent in, Turchi got ahead to it. And a goal kick, and at long last the pressure relieved for Hartford Athletic.
Turchi's kind of the Swiss Army knife of the team. You know, he came in as more of an attacking player. He was asked to accept a more defensive role, and he has acclimated himself to that well, but we've seen him in attacking with headers, but we've also seen him at least once or twice tonight send in some balls into the box as well. Does a little bit of everything for this club.
It is now a final. Louisville City has defeated San Diego Loyal, so Memphis is going to need 3 points to remain a point behind. So Ash Apollon is going to depart the game. First substitution for Hartford Athletic. Matt Sheldon out of Portland, Oregon will come on. Fernando. Gonna flip sides here. Ward. Malloy winning the aerial duel. Ball falls to Kelly. Now McFadden on the right wing. McFadden. Jeremy Kelly. Kelly looking to turn so he can serve. He does. Malloy one time. It's blocked. It goes out for another Celtic crossing corner kick. And Memphis piling up the corners. I believe that will be their 8th or 9th already tonight. And the law of averages, you'd have to think eventually Memphis is going to get one of these to go. Punched out by Sanchez. Cariaga got ahead to it. Ward wants to get to his right foot. Battling for it. Throw in to Memphis.
It's an interesting sequence. I thought he was going to pull the trigger in the middle of the pitch. And then he took off to the near side.
Kelly looking to turn, double marked. He's taken down, and a free kick opportunity for 901 FC in a dangerous area. Quick restart. Fernando, oh, just wide. Fernando off the quick restart. A blistering shot, but just wide of the far post.
Stephen Glass had been calling for that throughout the night. Quick restart, and you see why it almost paid off with a goal to retake the lead.
Yeah, while Hartford is arguing, and Fernando just missed it by a hair.
And Memphis is perfectly entitled to take that unless the referee steps in and says, wait till the whistle. No one says you get to air your grievances before the team that was offended gets to take the kick.
Openo with the head. Back heel for Lewis. And a whistle and a call against Hartford Athletic.
I'm going to call it like it is. I'm not so sure that ball went out.
Yeah.
But I am sure that was the first time in several minutes that Hartford's had an attack. And Memphis seems to at least stymied Hartford and began to turn the screws in the other direction of the pitch. Memphis has had a really good spell of possession, still not able to take the lead yet, but finding some opportunities to unlock. And still, Pete, we still have attacking options on the bench for Memphis with Kisiedu, who is just as dynamic as Luis Fernando. Yes, and Borzak too.
Memphis 17-7 advantage in shots. 4 have been on target. Memphis got the opener from Bruno Lappa with a penalty in the 17th minute, then conceded twice in the first half to Prince Sadie. Then they get the equalizer from Cariaga at the hour mark. Here's Fernando. Fernando stepping over. And that blocked. McFadden. Fernando. Fernando wants that shot. Oh, what a goal! Luis Fernando puts the home side up. 3-2. Oh my! What a goal! Seventh of the season for Fernando, and it was a beauty.
The layoff by McFadden was simple. Fernando steps up. He's got his spot already picked out. There's nothing Richard Sanchez can do about it. The drive, the follow through, the knee is over the ball, tucks it under the bar. Not even a slight kiss off of the post. It was an absolute beaut. And you saw Stephen Glass in the background too. I think he knew when Fernando struck it right over Niall Logue and under the bar. Can't get any better than that in the 73rd minute, Pete.
That is world class by Fernando. Wow. So Memphis with the advantage. And again, the late concessions by Hartford Athletic. A storyline that has plagued them the entire year. Cariaga losing it. It's played forward. No linkage there for Hartford. McFadden was trying to hit DaCosta, but a bit too far there. It was Fernando who won the penalty by being taken down in the box in the 17th minute. That set up Bruno Lappa to convert the penalty. He's been huge tonight. Aiden McFadden has been huge here in the second half in an attempt from distance. That got the attention of Richard Sanchez.
I think they got the attention of the Bluff City Mafia, too.
Got everybody's attention.
Oh, goodness. What a drive from distance.
And it all falls into that attacking mentality that Stephen Glass has been talking about. Miami, meanwhile, has drawn level with Pittsburgh in the 90th minute. So again, the playoff possibilities for Memphis, if they can hold on to this lead, and if Miami draws or loses to Pittsburgh, and if FC Tulsa loses later tonight at Oakland, Memphis is in. Fernando. And now Pittsburgh has taken the lead. Kelly's attempt is blocked, and Memphis will recycle. So at least 1/3 of the puzzle seems to be in place for Memphis to qualify for the playoffs. They're about 15 minutes or so away from converting the second piece. Ward serves, crossing for DaCosta. DaCosta down in the 6-yard box. Cariaga, off the crossbar. Jeremy Kelly wins it back, taken down by Opino, and the foul given.
Pete, I felt that up here when he hit the crossbar. That was driven by Cariaga. Oh, my. The settle down. The rattle. Holy mackerel. May want to check that for cracks after the match.
Struck with authority by Samuel Cariaga, the Argentinian. What a difference he has made in his brief time here in Memphis.
And now Memphis has the luxury of a free kick just outside of the box, and you've got DaCosta and you have Malloy, both that can put this on target.
Second consecutive game, Memphis has had 20 or more shots in a match. Does Malloy go for goal, or DaCosta go for goal here? He does! Oh, and it's in! It's a fourth! Rodrigo DaCosta with the free kick in the 78th minute. 4-2 for Memphis.
No doubt about it. What a drive by Rodrigo DaCosta, his 11th of the season, to go with 3 assists and buries that under the bar. Richard Sanchez just seemed like he was handcuffed. That was driven right beside his head. And for a goalkeeper, that could be a tough spot. Look at this drive, Pete.
Unbelievable. And for Hartford Athletic, is the 19th goal conceded in the last quarter hour, most in USL.
DaCosta is DeCostly for Hartford Athletic.
Over the glove and under the bar.
And Cariaga's thinking, why couldn't I have done that? Why, Memphis, over the last few minutes, you felt it coming along, that the drip was coming from Memphis, and now the floodgates have opened and have come from 1 goal down to now take a 2-goal lead here in the 79th minute.
That is 3 unanswered scores from Memphis. The last time 901 FC scored 4 or more in a match, June 21st, 4-0 over FC Tulsa, part of that 12-match unbeaten streak. What a second half for 901 FC.
And you have to appreciate the tactical changes at halftime by Stephen Glass, making some substitutions, but also sliding some of the men around into different spots, and it has paid dividends with Memphis 901 FC now having 1, 2, 3, 4 different goal scorers tonight, sharing the wealth. And amongst that, Aiden McFadden has been fantastic for Memphis on the wing.
So now Memphis has had, with Cariaga finding the goal and opening his account, 15 different Memphis players have scored a goal this year.
Shouldn't that ball stay in place since possession wasn't changed? I thought that you play on if your team maintains possession.
Yeah, well, in any event, with the drop ball, Memphis with possession, but a giveaway. Niall Logue playing it, and now Openo in a foot race with Carson Vom Steeg. Openo, and that'll be a corner to Hartford Athletic. Door remains open for Hartford Athletic, so slightly. Already won their match 1-0 over San Diego Loyal. Back post, punched out by Romig.
Emphatically done by Romig. That's a terrific job to not just punch it high, but to punch it far and to punch it toward the corner of the box.
Matt Sheldon, who came on here in the second half for Andre Lewis. And Openo, again, dangerous across the goal mouth and cleared by Turchi. Be another corner kick. Lucas Turchi has been a big physical presence on this Memphis back line. And Turchi's going to come out. And Dylan.
Actually, that's going to be, it looks like that's going to be Juan Pablo Torres. Juan Pablo Torres is going to come in for Andre Lewis. And Torres with 1 goal and 2 assists on the season. He's a midfielder. It's going to be an attacking option.
Kyle Edwards will also come on. He'll replace Edgardo Rito. And Rito was a real problem for Memphis in the first half. We haven't called Rito's name here in the second half at all.
No, the adjustments by Stephen Glass and the 901 FC staff and players has slowed them down. But we, in the first 15-20 minutes of this match, we were highly concerned about the ability for them to be able to find space behind the Memphis back four.
But the job not yet done. Memphis will have to defend another corner kick here. 7th corner won by Hartford Athletic tonight. And Rodrigo DaCosta is coming off the pitch. Looks like Rashawn Dolly is making his 100th USL appearance. He was presented with the number 100 shirt before the match tonight. DaCosta coming off, and looks like Dylan Borzak is coming in as well. So Borzak is in for DaCosta.
And amongst all of this, it's got to be noted Edwards.
Bicycle kick attempt. Openo well out of play.
Kyle Edwards for Hartford, 7 goals, 2 assists coming off of the bench. So last 7 minutes plus Miller Lite stoppage time. They're going to be throwing it. They're going to be throwing it at the Memphis goal.
Kyle Edwards from St. Vincent and Grenadines was with Houston Dynamo of MLS Next Pro last year. He had 5 goals and 12 appearances, so he is a big-time offensive option for Hartford Athletic. Kelly. Openo trying to run this down and is not able to keep it in place, so Memphis with a throw-in the 84th minute. Memphis with 3 second-half goals. Samuel Cariaga in the 60th minute. Fernando in the 73rd. DaCosta in the 78th. To bring us to this 4-2 scoreline after Memphis trailed 2 goals to 1 at half.
Good substitutions here by Memphis 901 FC. Rashawn Dolly comes in and he has 4 goals on the, or rather 3 goals on the season to go with an assist, but he has also played some defense this year. He's got speed, he's got range, and he can settle in and help Memphis control the last several minutes of this match. And if they do get a scoring opportunity, he can provide a bit of a threat as well.
Hartford Athletic wanted a foul there, but no air in the whistle. This is Matt Sheldon.
It's good pressure by Borzak. Slow them down, make them earn their way across into the attacking half.
And Cariaga with a rundown of Andre Lewis will get called for the foul. Quick restart. Danny Barrera is on. Barrera in his 5th season with Hartford. Club all-time record holder for goals scored. Niall Logue plays it for Matt Sheldon. Sheldon, that's intercepted by Malloy, kept in by Kelly. Malloy taken down, and Malloy draws the foul from Kyle Edwards. There's Barrera out of Thousand Oaks, California. Barrera, the only Hartford Athletic player ever to make a USL All-League team, did that back in 2021.
Looks like Turchi will be over this one. Take it. Play this one long.
Ward, Borzak. Borzak on the move, taken down by Connor McGlynn. Look at Dylan Borzak making his 22nd appearance in his 2nd season with 901 FC. Back for Kelly. And Memphis will recycle. 4.5 minutes plus Miller Lite stoppage time. All that remains in this. Elvis Amo down behind the play. Long ball. Borzak running and battling with Matt Sheldon. And a goal kick is the call. Look at Amo back on his feet. Amo with 5 goals has not been a prime offensive option. It's been all Prince Sadie for Hartford Athletic tonight.
Memphis quickly getting possession back. Ball stays in.
Dolly, 1v1. Rashawn Dolly. Oh, a save by Sanchez.
Would have been a nice one for Rashawn, who has played for both clubs in his 100 appearances in the USL Championship.
And that would have been quite the exclamation point. So Pittsburgh has defeated Miami. So if Memphis holds on, they will stay up late and root for Oakland Roots to take down Tulsa. If Tulsa fails to get a result tonight, Memphis will officially be in the playoffs. Romig. Kyle Edwards was closing on him.
That's a beautiful ball by Jeremy Kelly, and then Rashawn just has that range and still got a good strike off, even getting nudged by Niall Logue. Still had a good strong strike. Good job by Rashawn Dolly, and not only did he have an opportunity to score, but also killing precious time off of the clock.
Malloy with a header. Jeremy Kelly. Another good ball. Can't quite link up with Dolly, and Niall Logue will concede the throw into Memphis. I know he hasn't figured in the scoring, but Jeremy Kelly, the last handful of matches on this 3-match homestand, has played some really good football.
This is the Jeremy Kelly that that people have come to love for sure. Because he's everywhere. He's physical. He gets involved in the match. He can set players up. He does the dirty work. Yeah, I think. And last week I thought he might have been the best one on the pitch for Memphis 901 FC. Another good performance tonight.
Robin Lappert, the Frenchman, on for Connor McGlynn. Dolly. Vom Steeg trying to link with Borzak, who is being held. It'll be out for a Hartford throw-in.
I suspect more Miller Lite stoppage time this half compared to the first half.
I'm thinking 5 or 6 minutes. We've had goals. We've had a couple of bookings.
And then just about everyone's emptied the cupboard on substitutions.
Yes. Kelly got a run going. Lays it off. And that goes wide. An attempt by Dolly working from the other side. Be a Celtic crossing corner kick.
There's a look at Openo, and he is top 5 assists in the league. Oh, look at
Only 3. That's a little on the light side. Well, you know, Openo is one of just 7 players in USL history with 30 goals and 30 assists.
He has been added value wherever he goes in the league, and that's why he continues to have coaches happily sign him to play in their city.
9th corner for Memphis tonight. Malloy directing traffic.
To the new guy. He's telling Cariaga, not yet.
Drives it. McFadden couldn't get his head quite on it. Vom Steeg got it into the area, but no link up there. Andre Lewis and Hartford Athletic with possession. Long ball for Sadie is out of play. Now, Luis Arroyo was pointing to his watch, telling Aaron Malloy, hurry it up a little bit. But Malloy was legitimately trying to figure out where guys should be going. Laurent Kisiadou is on, and Jeremy Kelly exits the match a minute into stoppage time. And in what could be a preview of the USL Cup final, San Antonio leading Tampa Bay 2-0 at the hour mark. Here, a remarkable comeback by Memphis 901 FC. They got the opener in the 17th minute off a penalty by Bruno Lappa. Prince Sadie in the 26th and 33rd minute staked Hartford Athletic to a 2-1 lead, but again, late concessions by Hartford Athletic in the 60th minute, 73rd, and 78th. And that out for a goal kick. It has been the story for Hartford Athletic, conceding in the final 20 minutes. Lofted by Lewis. Headed away. Cariaga lays it off for Kisiadou. Borzak. Kisiadou still with it, trying to get to the right foot. His shot is parried. Rebound was spilled, but then cleared. Sanchez has had a busy night.
I guess Laurent wasn't interested in just making a cameo tonight.
Let him know you're there, Laurent. Great move to get to the right foot. Good strike. Good parry by Sanchez, and then the clearance by Sheldon. Sheldon with the takeaway. And that's out to Hartford Athletic, and there can't be much more left in this. Memphis will get its 12th win of the season. They'll get to 45 points. They'll remain 1 point behind Louisville for 4th. And there is full time from Luis Arroyo. And the home club takes 6 of 9 available points on the homestand. 4-2 over Hartford Athletic. Memphis now all-time 5-0-1 against Hartford Athletic. And now rest and recovery time before a Wednesday night showdown in Birmingham against Birmingham Legion. And Memphis, one FC Tulsa loss away from requalifying for the playoffs. We're back to wrap it up in a moment. The home club wins it 4-2. Some great second half play. Samuel Carayaga opening his Memphis account, and Luis Fernando putting Hartford Athletic to bed.
American made means more than just being made in America. It means representing the values that our country is founded on. Hard work, independent spirit, revolutionary thinking, breaking a few rules, and doing it all for the right reasons. American-made bad boy mowers. Mow with an attitude.
At First South Financial, whether you're buying your first home or refinancing your current home, we will always find the most efficient home financing solution for your needs. First South Financial is a full-service mortgage lender offering VA, FHA, conventional, jumbo, and adjustable rate mortgage loans. We even offer loans with no points, fees, or closing costs. Let our lending experts help you find the loan that's just right for you. Visit firstsouth.com today.
At Junk Luggers, we stand out by donating and recycling whenever possible. We're a locally owned business, striving to keep all reusable items out of landfills. We stand out by donating and recycling whenever possible.
Consumer investigator Andy Wise here. For efficient immunizations and wellness services, the Shot Nurse is your wise choice. What do you love about the Shot Nurse?
Because of my work, I have to get a lot of vaccines for travel, and the Shot Nurse always has everything I need.
The Shot Nurse.
Memphis wins it 4-2 over Hartford Athletic. Samuel Carayaga is our man of the match. A sliding goal here in the 60th minute brought everything to level at 2 goals aside, appearing in just his second match for 901 FC. Brilliant ball played in by Aiden McFadden. Carayaga leveled the match at 2. Then Fernando in the 73rd minute and Rodrigo da Costa off a free kick in the 78th minute finished things off tonight after Memphis trailed 2-1 at halftime. All right, Tim Van Horn, let's take a look at some final numbers tonight. And Memphis, their typical statistical domination, and here it was reflected in the final scoreline as well.
It was indeed, and Memphis did another good job of maintaining possession. They took a lot of shots, but tonight they converted, and 4 different scores. That's definitely got to please Stephen Glass tonight, and some quality shots, and even the opportunities that went begging. They worked Richard Sanchez over pretty hard tonight. Good effort by 901 FC.
Yeah, the marching orders were attack, 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 and Memphis did that. 26 shots after 27 last Saturday against Monterey Bay. 8 on target, 4 found the back of the net. Memphis dominant with possession, and they go on to win this. Their passing accuracy was just off the charts, and really a great effort. And outside of really the one scuffed clearance from Drew Romig that ended up in the second Sadie goal, this match was Memphis's. It was finally reflected in the final results.
4 different goal scorers, equally impressive. 3 consecutive goals unanswered by Memphis. They answered the bell.
Great second half play by Memphis 901 FC. All right, that is a wrap from AutoZone Park. Memphis goes 2-1-0 on this 3-match homestand. 12-8-9 on the season. Lapa got it started from the spot. Memphis had to come from a goal down. They did, and win it 4-2 over Hartford Athletic. For Tim Van Horn and the rest of our crew here at AutoZone Park, I'm Pete Pranica. Thanks so much for watching. Join us on Wednesday night. We are back with you, a 7 o'clock kick from Birmingham when 901 FC takes on Birmingham Legion, and a match with big-time playoff implications. Memphis 901 FC, a winner tonight at home, 4-2 over Hartford Athletic. Good night, everybody, and thanks for watching.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
Great ball played ahead to Rito. And this is dangerous. And